there, Mr. Johnson. It is Tuesday something something. Hey there, Mr. Johnson. It is Tuesday, May 8th. On Saturday, I did something with the parents that we've never really done before. In the morning, we just woke up and without a real plan, decided we were going to the beach. We were going to the Space Coast, so on the way we passed the freshly unused vehicle assembly building of NASA, which as some of you may know, isn't this building, but a building just out of shot. Unfortunately, it was a wee bit foggy and Camera Tim only saw one big white building, so he decided to shoot that. We then entered Port Canaveral to go to the best restaurant of Brevard, Grills, where fishermen brought fresh fish in, and I must say, that is the best tuna steak I have ever had. We then went to Jetty Park, a public beach in the Cocoa area. The sun was setting as we were preparing to watch the supermoon rise above the ocean, so I got this really pretty shot. There were also these weird formations that we never see in Florida. I've heard them called rocks, but I've never seen anything like this. Turns out that boardwalk we were walking on didn't actually lead to the beach, so we had to retrace our steps. Of course I had to get another shot of this sunset, because clearly I could not survive without 10 shots of the sunset. When we finally found the path to the beach, we had to cross the duniest beach I have ever crossed on sand that was more reminiscent of baking soda than of small rocks. There was a child and his brother building this really impressive and detailed sandcastle, and I remembered the old times with Uncle Eric constructing really big sandcastles, dealing with us annoying kids during construction. We're going to the beach this summer, and if I get to go, I will be engineering the most intense sandcastle I've ever engineered, including the sandcastle I built that drained when the tide came in. We hopped into the water, which was a wonderful temperature. We stood while the tide went in and went out, just waiting for the moon to rise. And as you can see, the sunset was for real setting, like almost gone. And that meant the moon was coming up on the horizon, and there it is. Admittedly, you can barely see it, yes, but I promise it was really cool. At this point, the child had tired of constructing the sandcastle, so he began testing its strength. I don't think I got any shots of it, but he was throwing balls of sand into the sandcastle. It was actually holding up quite well, and not even 5 minutes later, you can clearly see the moon. We were joined by quite a few people on the beach, toting cameras and children and chairs. It wasn't a massive crowd, but for 8 o'clock on a Saturday, it was nonetheless impressive. I know I keep coming back to this sandcastle, but the engineer in me got so excited seeing all the things they were doing to strengthen it. Here the older child is throwing seaweed on the walls to add some strength to them. Then we started leaving the beach. We had seen the moon, it was getting dark, and we could barely see where we were going already. And then I looked at my feet. I was becoming a weeping angel. Overall, it was a Saturday well spent. And of course, since it was a trip to the beach, we had to end with ice cream. Steve, about giving up Tumblr, that's actually a pretty cool idea, but I don't think I myself could do that. It's my connection to all my internet friends, and let's be honest, it's almost my only connection to you besides Twitter and direct messaging, which brings me to my next subject. What if we turn this into an actual Brotherhood 2.0 project? What if there is actually no textual communication? I don't know, just an idea. On another note, I start real work next week, like real 8-hour job stuff. And on that bombshell of a realization that my summer has pretty much come to an end right as it started, Steve, I'll see you tomorrow. Also, forgot to mention, remember that camera you got me for my birthday? I almost broke it. Oh! Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I really hope I did not break my microphone.